Hey guys, it's Cassie from @DietDiva416 on Instagram. You guys had some questions, and I promised I'd answer them. I'm sorry I didn't get to them last night. Unfortunately, I work midnights, and I've just had a rough week, and I was in bed. So, okay, so here we go. Someone asked me about snacks. Snacks for me are pretty simple. I keep veggies cut up in the fridge. I keep Greek yogurt on hand. I keep these things. These are my favorite protein shakes. They're more of a meal than a snack, but like after a workout or something, they're really great. Um, Snack-wise, that's about it. I eat cheese. I eat low carb, so I don't eat a lot of fruit, but I do keep veggies ready. Someone asked me how I stayed on track over the holidays. I planned. I actually took food to my relative's house, and I ate what I could eat. We go to my uncle's, and he made ham and turkey, which I can eat. And then I made mashed cauliflower to bring, and I actually made a low-carb pumpkin roll so I could have dessert, which was really nice because there was a lot of good dessert, and it was really tempting. But yeah, I mean, you just have to plan for holidays, unfortunately. And for me, it's not worth it to cheat because I do low carb and my body goes into what they call ketosis, which means that it's burning fat instead of your body runs off carbohydrates. But if you eat low carb and you let your body go into ketosis, it runs it runs off of other things. So for me to break ketosis, well, first of all, I feel like crap, and it takes me 2 to 3 days to go back into ketosis. So it's not really worth it for me to cheat. I did have a cheat day the Saturday after Christmas. I had hit my 70-pound mark, and I had told myself once I hit 70 pounds, I'd have a cheat meal. I didn't gain. I only ended up losing, I think, a pound and a half that week, but that was okay for me. Um, Somebody asked me if I count carbs or net carbs. I actually count net carbs, which is when you take a food and you look on the nutrition label. Here, let me show you. So, for instance, this says, I don't know if you can see it, that it has 5 carbs, but the fiber is 2. Oh no, the fiber is 3. Can you see that? Okay. Well, because the fiber is 3, you subtract it from the net carbs, which means it would be 2 net carbs instead of 5. And it kind of just, it gives you a little more playroom. I only eat 20 net carbs a day, which isn't a lot. But that's how I keep my body in ketosis, and that's when I feel the best. So for me, it just gives me a little bit more wiggle room. Most people who count carbs count net carbs. I'm sure there's people out there that only count regular carbs, but that's what I do. Someone asked me how I started. I actually, I didn't start low carb. I started counting calories, and I lost 59 pounds that way. And it went really well for a while, but I wasn't satisfied like ever. I was always feeling hungry, and I was always feeling like I was missing out. Now, granted, when I was eating low calorie, I could actually eat more because you can fit anything into your calories. Um, but I feel better doing low carb. My body feels better. It's regulated my body in a way like I can't really explain to you. Um, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. For me, I feel better. For those of you who don't know, and I guess this is probably way too much information, but I'll tell you anyway. I suffer from IBS, really, really awful IBS. Um, and actually, since I've been low carb, it's totally regulated it in a way that it's never my entire life been, which has been wonderful for me. Um, it's when I started low calorie, I just kind of jumped in. I started at 1,800 calories, and I went with it, and it worked good. And I lost low calorie, but I didn't feel good. I always felt like I was missing out, like I always felt hungry, and I don't feel that way now. Actually, there's sometimes that I actually have to force myself to eat because I'm not hungry. But I try to eat every 4 hours. I try to eat veggies at every meal. I drink 2 gallons of water a day. I work out 5 to 6 days a week. Um, yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's simple and it's easy, and that's what I like about low carb. And like I said, I don't have the opportunity to cheat because it's not worth it to throw my body out of ketosis, which for me is a good thing. Um, Someone asked about my biggest struggle. For me, my biggest struggle is fitness. I have a really hard time getting motivated. I work midnights, in case you didn't know. I think I already said that. So I work from 9 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning. And then I go home and sleep. I'm actually going on days next week, which I'm really, really excited about. It kind of, and I work 4 days a week because I get my 40 hours in 4 days. But it takes me almost a full day to recover off coming off of midnights. And I have a hard time figuring out where I'm going to fit fitness in. That's my biggest struggle for sure. Um, I've kind of gotten to a place now where I just, like the night before, or when I come home that morning, I say, okay, well, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to get up at 1 or 2, and then by 4 o'clock, I need to have a workout in. And most days it happens. There's days that it doesn't. I mean, there's days that I'm a home health aide. So I have sometimes really, really bad nights at work, and I'm on my feet all night, and it can make for a really long night. And sometimes it just doesn't happen. But 90% of the time it does. And I think I've had to make it a priority in my life, and I've just had to say, okay, well, from, 4 to 5 o'clock, that's my fitness time. It's an hour out of my day. I just have to really try and make it a priority. I actually just started a new workout. My first ever Beachbody workout. I'm doing Mills Combat, and so far I like it. I'm only on day 2, so we'll see. But it's kicked my butt. But yeah, so if you have any more questions, I'll probably do another video on Wednesday. And I'll probably put up a post where you can leave comments. Thank you.